Cabana. That's upside down. Ooh. Let's talk about the Love Audit. I'm gonna start this by saying I actually did not. It's not that I didn't want to read this book, but it took me so long to read this book because I had a lot of other books and I kept getting distracted with other stuff, and I don't know why. The book for me kind of, I don't even want to say it starts off slow, because to be honest, the book doesn't start off slow, and I'm sorry for you. This is just gonna kind of be filled with spoilers because I don't know no other way how to make it spoiler free, but sorry in advance if I slip and say something you didn't want to hear. Whoop-de-doo. I give this book what do I give this book? What do I give this book? I'll tell you at the end because I don't know right now. I'm gonna start off. It was interesting, to say the least. It was interesting. I like that it touched on history. Like, whenever how do I say this without, I don't want to sound coonish. It's not a coon statement. Whenever I read certain books by African Americans or books with black characters, I'm very wary of if the character is gonna go through like this astronomical struggle or whatever, because there's a way to put I'm not saying don't put our struggles into books, because I think it's important to put them into books. I think using it is important, but me personally, I'm not about to read 12 Years a Slave, if you understand what I'm saying. Like, I'm not about to read The Color Purple. Not because this isn't stuff that happened, but because I already know that this is stuff that happened. When I read for escapism. This gives you escapism, but it also informs you. It does, and it gives light to things that have happened in this country and things that are still happening in this country that's bad, without making the book heavy. You understand what I'm saying? So, with that being said, let's get into it. My girl Jasmine, she don't play. She don't play. She was a little weak in the knees for me. Actually, let me not lie. Jasmine pissed me off a little bit, because sometimes I felt like she gave childish. Like, there was a scene in this book that pissed me clean off. Because what you go and did that for? But Derek also pissed me clean off in this book, because it gave miscommunication trope almost. It almost wanted to be miscommunication, but it wasn't miscommunication. I would call this coming of age a little bit, because Derek finally does grow up. Or not even just grow up, but he finally faces his issues, and that's important. He was really holding the relationship back. I could have been a little biased because I support women's rights and wrongs, but other than a few times that Jasmine may be grating on my nerves a little bit, she probably rubbed me the wrong way a little bit. Derek rubbed me the wrong way a lot of it. He did, and I think there should have been more groveling. I would have liked an extra chapter of Derek groveling. I also would have liked an extra chapter of how they fixed it. How they fixed, like, the relationship with the locals. I wanted to see them. I thought they were gonna move. Guys, I thought they were gonna move to, what is it, Miller's Cove? I thought they were gonna move to Miller's Cove. It gave move to Miller's Cove. I thought the wedding would at least be at Miller's Cove. If I'm not mistaken, it wasn't. I don't think it really tells you where the wedding was, but I don't think it was in Miller's Cove. I think because they were so welcomed in Miller's Cove, I wanted an extra chapter explaining how we fixed the relationship with the people in Miller's Cove. I wanted the dinner. That's what I wanted. I wanted the dinner. You get a 4.5 because I'm missing the dinner. Because the whole story was pretty much in Miller's Cove. You messed up the relationship in Miller's Cove. That's the problem. Yes, you guys were forgiven, But I wanted to see some groveling from the two of you because y'all really sat there and played in the people's faces. I wanted more. I loved it. I'm not going to sit here and say I didn't love it. I loved it. But overall, the book was honestly cute. It was lighthearted. It was fun. And I love that the spice wasn't overly spicy because I think book talk is overly horny. So for this book to not be overly spicy, it was the right amount. I wouldn't call it YA because they were doing some stuff in there. It was just unique and it was cute. It could have been YA, honestly, because the book don't even curse. No, I don't think there was not one curse word in this book. I'm going to say this was YA. This was YA and it was so pretty. I loved the relationship between their parents. Oh! Pause. It was a little predictable. Just a little predictable. Like I saw the backstory with the parents coming a mile away. And I also wanted that to be a little bit messy. Maybe I'm just a messy hoe. Because I wanted that to be messier. Like whenever I'm reading a book, I hope we all go to the extreme every time. I want everything to be quite literally just the most. It don't even have to make sense. Just just do the most. Do the most. But it was a dopamine hit. While we talked about struggle, we acknowledged it without our characters having to go through it too much. You understand what I'm saying? Because I think that's why I was a little concerned because the book gives, we're going to be in the corporate world. And for me, I didn't want it to be like in the corporate world and she's getting passed up for an opportunity because she's black. And because that's what's happening in real life. And yes, it is important to talk about. But I'm not wording this right either. Whoopsie. I'm not that good at communicating. Okay, that's probably a lie. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. Let's get back to the book. Read it! Damn it! Read it! You want me to tell you the trope? It's forced proximity, enemies to lovers, and fake dating. That's a good, all three of them mixed together. It was great. It was great. And it also did not feel like a story that was built on just tropes. Because sometimes, am I the only person that feel like sometimes I can identify the trope because I feel like your story was built around the trope and not your trope? Your story was built and then you entered the trope in there, or the trope just so happened to be there. Sometimes I genuinely think authors go, I want a boy best, like my best friend's brother trope. I'm gonna write about that. And then it's nothing else in the book. No plot, no nothing. Just two people horny and ready to fuck. And then it's sex and my brother found out and that's the big thing. No, give me something more. This gave me more. It gave a lot, actually. It gave a lot. Even the plot was interesting. The plot, the reason why they were forced together wasn't dumb. It made sense. It wasn't just, I'm just writing this to write it. It worked. It worked. That's it. That's all I have to say because I think I'm going to go nuts. So, with that being said, she's a good book. Pick her up. Pick her up. I got her at Barnes & Nobles. So, yeah. Alright, bye. I'm gonna go watch Naruto, so I'm about to check out. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment. And if you watch this, if you read this book, give me your opinion. And if you're gonna, I want to know. But it's so cute. Like, Lucy, she did this. Goodbye. That's all I have to say. I'm a little nervous. I'm a nervous wreck.